lives one day at a time. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. They're here to get your day going fine. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. Kimmy Kim and Elations Radio. And here's your host, Miss Kim Rodney.
Defeated and you're down for the count. You feel like life has thrown you blows and God ain't been around. But I've come to encourage you, so hold your head high. Know that God is in your corner now. Inner lies, you are a winner. You just can't lose. Who burn a KO more than a conqueror? Jesus in you. You are a winner. You are born to win. More than a conqueror, power within. You are a winner. Somebody's saying to me now, you just don't understand. No, I understand you very well. Where I've been, so I come to encourage you, pull you up by your hand. Know that God is in your corner now. Your success is His plan, and you are a winner. You just can't.
Wow, what a powerful song. You are a winner, more than a conqueror. I love it. I love it. And this is Dr. Rodney Pearson, the host and creator of Crises. So glad to be on Elation Radio tonight. My co-host, Christina E., where are you?
Woohoo! I'm right here. I'm actually calling in live. I'm at Tempe Marketplace. I'm hanging out in the sunny sunshine. Some beautiful people around here. Yep, it's gorgeous out today. And that was an amazing song.
Yeah, wasn't that great? Wasn't that great? It's such a beautiful day, and you're out there at the Tempe Marketplace. I'm jealous.
Hey, I know there's just some sushi. My daughter's day off of school and work, so we're just, hanging out with the kiddos right now. But I'm calling. I'm really, really excited about the show, so we're taking the time out in a nice lounge area here with a fire fountain, and I'm just ready to hear today's story.
And just so we'll let our audience know, for those of you who don't know Arizona, Tempe, Arizona is a pretty popular place. It's out there where the ASU campus, Arizona State University campus is out there. So there's a lot going on, and it's kind of the place to be when you're trying to find something to do. And Christina Eve is out there on a Friday night. I know it's going to be jumping off out there. People are going to be eating and watching movies and having a good time.
Live music, yep.
Great. Well, I think our guest is on. Miss Saturn, are you on the line?
Hi, how is everybody doing?
Hey, fantastic. Great to have you on tonight.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We are doing great. I got a chance to peek in on a little bit of the interview you were doing last week. I was in another meeting, and I just could not get out of that meeting. But Christina and I, we have rearranged our schedules and tried to be just a little more diligent. And I heard you and Miss Kalila were having a great conversation and beautiful interview that was going on.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
It was my pleasure.
Miss Saturn, we're glad. Now, it sounds like you might be on a speakerphone because we get a little bit of echo.
Okay, my house has no carpet. Hold on. Let me move location. Okay. Let's see. Is it a little better here?
Yeah, that's better.
Cut that off. Okay, wonderful. Close the door. We're trying to take away all the echo.
So where do you live, Miss Saturn? Where do you live?
I live in Glendale, Arizona.
You live in Glendale, Arizona. Wait a minute. You sound like you're a neighbor or just a cousin or something. What's going on with that?
Yes, I'm here. No one knows I'm here, but the world will know soon, but I am here.
You in the Witness Protection Program?
I love that. The world will know soon. Look at her. I love it.
She's getting ready to break out. Christina Eve.
I love it. I'm ready.
Well, Miss Saturn, come on and I heard about your story. Give our audience, maybe who did not hear, just give them a little wrap, because what we're going to focus on tonight, we want our audience to know, Christina, this is so powerful. We're going to really be talking to her children who have witnessed abuse, who have seen the things that she's gone through, and we're going to get a chance to hear the perspective of her children, and I'm really excited about that.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Yeah. So, Ms. Saturn, give us a brief, take a few minutes, and so that our audience will know what it is that your children have gone through and what they've seen. Give us a synopsis, just a brief of what you've been through, okay? When did it start?
Sure.
And, let us know what happened.
Well, I was in a relationship for 7 years with a person that I thought loved me for me, loved me for my soul. That's what I thought. However, I got confused between a friend, a constituent, and a confidant. Like, I got very confused. And if you get confused along the way, you can end up with the wrong person. I ended up getting, and I've been sick now for 3 years, and I have an ulcer as a result of it. And if it pops, I won't be here. I did not know the journey of gastric bypass until I went and had it done. And the person I was with became very cruel towards me. As I got sick, my body started to change. There was first the verbal abuse and insults of trying to break my self-esteem even lower when I was already fighting physically. And then mentally, you have to remember, just because the body is loose, the mind, it takes a while before you connect, especially when you lose weight really fast, of what's going on, like physically. When I look at myself, I'm recognizable to myself, I still felt fat. And so I still do feel fat. I was someone that was patient. Instead, they rather mistreat me, abuse me, and they took my sickness as a weakness. However, there is who can restore everything that I've lost, you know? And I feel like as I lost my breast, I lost my man, because he was like, oh, you're becoming fat, just verbal and not physical.
Wow.
It was verbal.
Amazing.
But I want a person to love my soul and not my body parts. You get with people saying you want a woman with a behind or breast, God will let you grow your own sets of breasts, because you will eat yourself away, and then you will understand. You do not sign an application. It's not, breasts as a requirement to be with the person. It should be love. It should be treatment. Instead, I got bad treatment. And so it has awoken something inside of me. I go by Renaissance now, my rebirth, my everything. It's brand new, my way of thinking. People leave you when you're sick.
Yeah. Wow.
The rattlesnake will hiss right next to you in your bed, and you won't even know it's a rattlesnake.
Well, that's true. Now, that's true.
Yeah,
and you went through this,
that's powerful.
And you went through this, gastric bypass surgery, right?
Correct.
Okay. And now, this surgery, this was something that you were doing for cosmetic reasons, or was it health reasons? What was going on there?
Well, my primary care doctor told me that, because sometimes my ankle and feet swell and my fingers would swell. And I was 280 pounds. And so he told me if I didn't do something about it, I would die from borderline diabetes. And then he started telling me all this other stuff. And then besides his thoughts, I am into music. I did not want to hear you are too fat, lose the weight.
Yeah.
I did
and
not
that's
want
something,
to hear
of course,
that.
Any kind of entertainment field, all of this is so connected to appearance, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I'm 41 years old trying to make a comeback in the world. So, and when I say a comeback, I want to make a comeback harder than I ever been. I want the world to know me. So I made a sacrifice, and now my life is at stake, but I am fighting every day because I have something to live for.
Sure. That's wonderful. I love that, girl. You hear this, Christina?
Thank you. I have a lot to live for.
You sure do have a lot to live for. That's right. And don't ever forget that. That is wonderful.
True.
Okay, so you came back, even though this person had mistreated you and all of this kind of stuff. How long ago has that been that you're now on your comeback?
We've broken up now. It's a year and some months. A year and a couple months. But it's the best year of my life.
Wow, good for you. That's incredible.
Thank
you. That means it must have been really, really bad.
Oh, it was very, very bad. It was horrible.
Wow, that's amazing. So, and you say that you're also a singer. Now, does that mean that you've done recording already? Or are you in the midst? You're on your way? Tell me a little bit about that.
I have done some recordings. However, the recordings that I did not give me justice. Because I'm a rapper, I sing, I call myself a universal artist. I just don't do soul music. I do everything. I battle high school children at the school sometimes. I win radio shows. I love to compete because I'm 41, so everybody want to see, what can that old lady do? Because they call you old. When you're 41, however, I have a very young soul, and I have a talented soul, and I want to use all my gifts. I want to use all my gifts and see what works.
Well, we better make sure that we clarify when you say you battle these kids in school. Audience, just in case, she's not talking about that she's beating them down, all right?
No, not beating them down. I'm a rapper.
That's it. We want to make sure.
And I will compete with them. We call it battle, but I will compete with them.
Check you out.
That's my thing.
Okay, so Miss Satin, give me a little bit of something. So, surprise Christina and I with just a little bit of what you be rapping about.
Okay,
yes, let me hear some of that.
Can I sing? I love that better.
Yes. See, I'm a music lover. The way
part about
the
me.
key to my heart and soul is through music. Yes, let me hear.
Okay, and with an ulcer, I dedicate this to you guys. Okay.
Aww.
I'm in love with the strength of my man. And all he does, I'll never take him for granted. No, honey, 'cause you mean more than that to me. I'm in love with the strength of my man. Okay, I'll leave you guys with that one.
Whoa.
I'm getting goosebumps over here. Oh, my, wow.
Thank you.
And Christina, she is right here in Glendale, so we're going to have to get her on the TV show, too.
Yeah, exactly. You need to bust out a song on the show, too. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes,
Wow.
you sing from your soul. So, I mean, that like,
and I kind of
into
sped it up for you, but I am a soul singer, and I sing from within. And I never had a man that I sing about, but I know who he is because I sing about him. My invisible man.
Exactly. Wow.
That is so awesome. My goodness.
Thank you.
So you say that the recording didn't do you justice, so you're going to go back in the studio? That's your plan?
Well, yeah, because I want people to see that I am more than a rapper. I am a singer. I mean, I have Plus Size song about being Plus Size Barbie because that was the name that I went before Renaissance. I was going by Plus Size Barbie. Now the Plus Size community, they don't really welcome me that much because you're not plus size, but I love plus size people because I was a plus size woman. And mentally, I will always be plus size.
Who are you connected to out here in Glendale?
Well, I have no connections out here, but in Los Angeles, my sister is X Factor contestant. Her name is Isabel Requena, and she does things with House of Darian for Beyonce's mom. She's a model, and so my sister, through her connections, I am connected. So it's wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay, so we got a couple of people that Christina and I know that are here that are involved in plus size types of things that women are connected to. So when this show is over, we need to make sure that you connected to some of the ladies out here that we think that,
absolutely
would be good for you. Okay?
That's right. I love it. All
right. Okay. So now you got these children that you say are all of this talent and stuff like that. Let's start with them. Are they ready to come on the interview?
Okay, yes. My oldest is here right now. Her name is Glenda.
Okay. Glenda with a G or Linda with an L?
Glenda with a G.
Okay.
Glenda Edwards.
Okay. Glenda, can you hear me, Glenda Edwards?
Yes.
How are you? And welcome to Crises Radio, Glenda.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, thank you for taking out your time of your busy schedule. I'm sure you probably had all kinds of things that you could have been doing instead of being with us tonight. But we got potentially thousands and thousands of people who want to hear this story, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Glenda, you have been a witness to the domestic violence and abuse that your mother had to go through. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, you're the first child been on our radio or TV. You know, we haven't even heard this on our TV show. So can you tell us a little bit about what you actually saw going on in your home? Just give our listeners a little bit of that picture, would you please?
Yes. Well, before I came downstairs, because I heard something going on, and what I saw was my mom was screaming. I was wondering, like, what was she screaming? It turns out that my dad went and he was mad and threw hot water in my mom's face. And
oh my God!
I was just thinking, why would you do that? Like, she didn't really do anything. All she was doing is trying to talk to you, and then he just started going off on me for no reason, saying, like, why are you sticking up for her? She didn't do, like, she did something to, like, tick me off. I'm like, she didn't do anything, so why would you do that?
Wow, you actually saw that happen, or you just heard?
Wow, I'm speechless right now.
I saw it happen.
You saw it happen. Wow. So, have you ever had any dreams or anything or nightmares about this?
Actually, no, I haven't.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. But how has it affected you seeing this? What does that make you feel? Seeing this, and this was your dad who did this, huh? What was this? A friend of your mom's, or just somebody who was close?
No, he was my stepdad.
Stepdad. Okay. All right. Well, that's good enough. So, yeah, how did that make you feel, Glenda? I could imagine you had all kind of feelings going through your head. How did it make you feel?
A little bit sad and a little bit angry at the same time, because I'm just like, she didn't really do anything to you. I didn't see her put her hands on you at all, so there was no reason for him to throw hot water in her face, because it wasn't like she attacked him first. He did it first, so it makes him look like the bad guy.
Right. Wow. Christina, this is the kind of I guess the stuff that we're trying our best to end when we hear stuff like this. This is tremendous. So Glenda, what advice would you give to a mother, like your mom who went through all of that kind of stuff? What kind of advice would you give her? I know you're just a child, but you must have some thoughts and some feelings about that.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, share that with us. I mean, would you have told her to get out the house? Would you have told her never to see him again? What is your advice from a child's point of view?
My advice would be, if you already know that the person is already treating you wrong, then there's no point in you staying with the person, because all they're going to do is make up, and then they're going to be like, keep treating you wrong just because you do like one thing. It's like, let's say if you like do one thing wrong, they're just going to get mad at you, and then you're going to be like, why is he treating me like this? Well, he's treating you like that because you're staying with the person. No one told you that you have to stay with the person. You're choosing to. So you're basically asking to get hurt because you're staying with the person. No one's forcing you to.
Wow. Okay. That's kind of heavy for an 11-year-old to be saying that. You must be a pretty mature 11-year-old.
Yes, that wisdom, that's usually what happens in witnessing, something of that nature. That's where people say, hey, you got to grow up fast type thing, that's something that you witness. It's life-changing. And you're absolutely right with everything that you expressed. You're absolutely right.
And it's so important that our women out there know that they have to stay safe. They have to stay safe. Thank you, Glenda, for sharing that. Is there anything else, Glenda, that you want to share with our audience about what you went through?
Sure.
What else would you like to share?
I also like to share things that like good things and bad things that he's done.
Mhm.
So the first thing I like to share was that he did provide, and whenever me or my sister got sick at all, he'd come and pick us up. He'd get the stuff to make us feel better.
Okay.
But then the bad things that he did was let's say if like my mom's a little bit stressed out, he would just make it worse. Let's say if he was in a bad mood, he would start just going off and then like getting all violent. I'm just like, there's no need to get violent because no one did anything. And just because you're having a bad day doesn't mean you need to put it on other people. And then another thing that he did, Dad, was my mom was in the hospital. She was not feeling well at all. And I remember this from like when I was a little kid. He had like he told me he gave me the phone because he wanted me to talk to my mom. And my mom's like, don't like listen to your dad or what he's saying right now because she's being negative and stuff. And I was like listening to everything she's saying. And then when my dad walked away with the phone, I peeked around the corner. I heard him cussing at my mom. I'm like, no wonder my mom said not to listen to you because he put the TV on to keep me entertained so I wouldn't hear everything that he's saying. The thing is, as a kid, I don't really listen to some of the stuff he said anyway. So I peeked around the corner and I heard my mom. I'm just like, no wonder my mom said not to do this because you're just cussing her out right in front of me, and I could hear everything you're saying. You're speaking very loud. You think you're whispering, but I could hear you still. So that's just like some of the things that he did like that. But like otherwise, the only thing he ever did good was like providing, but otherwise nothing else.
Wow. So you heard all of that stuff, and a lot of times parents think that their kids are not listening. How old were you then?
Actually, I don't remember. I think I was like 5 or 6.
Wow. And you still remember that.
Wow. Yeah. See, and that's what a lot of parents don't think that, and I'm so grateful that, you're sharing tonight because I know it's not easy.
Right.
Yeah, at all. But just, that's what a lot of parents don't realize is that the kids know more than, we like to give that, credit for. We can't think that just because it's happening that the kids don't know, But
yeah.
wow, I'm just so sorry to hear that. And what you were saying as far as him doing things, and that's what we call the honeymoon stage, as far as domestic violence, that, oh, I'm sorry, and the, kind of the guilt thing and the scapegoating, there's always justification for it. And then that honeymoon phase where here's the gift, it won't happen again, and it's hard because it's someone you care about. So you want to believe, but then here comes the cycle again. So I'm just praise God that you guys are out of that. And that, wow, yes, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Wow, yeah. Well, thanks again, Glenda. I guess you can put your mom back on the phone now. That was really awesome. Thank you for sharing
Hello. That. I am so proud of her. She was afraid to do the show, and I'm very proud of her. I told my girls, be outspoken.
She did a great job.
Right.
Now, did you have your younger one? Did she have something she want to say?
She is here. Her name is Sylvia. Hey, hello.
Hello, my name is Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, and I'm 7 years old.
7 years old. Okay. And Sylvia, do you remember when your mother was being mistreated by your stepdad?
Yes. Like he brought a woman in my mom's house, and he had her in my mom's room, like the kitchen and the living room, and then that's what happened also.
Oh, wow. Well, we are so sorry to hear these things, and we're going to continue to pray for you and your family, okay?
Okay.
Yes, we are. You are yes, exactly. You guys are very, very brave for sharing tonight. We appreciate that.
Amazing. Well, Miss Saturn.
Yes, I am here.
You are here. Now, you've got these awesome kids, and you've come out of this phase of domestic violence and abuse here. Were you in any other situations where, besides this relationship where the domestic violence took place, or was this the only one?
Oh, no. When I was younger, I got with, I say the same thing, the wrong people. And it can become a pattern if you don't watch yourself. Like wisdom for some people don't come right away. I'm telling you, I learned hard.
Yeah.
But the truth is I learn. Because if you don't learn, you will die. So
Right.
I learn. You know, when my daughter sit here, Sylvia, and tell you about him bringing a woman in the house, he did that while I was in the hospital. My daughter saw that, and this man did not care. I was sick in the hospital. He brought in a woman for 1 week. Huh?
How old was she then?
Sylvia was like, wow, that happened probably when Gigi was like 9.
Okay. And how old was the baby then?
Sylvia was young. I don't have my math together, but she was very young. But they remember.
Okay.
They remember. Gigi remember the sound.
Yeah, that's what I want our audience to hear. That
as soon as I came out the hospital, it was a nightmare because my daughter was describing things to me that made no sense, and I couldn't believe a person would, bring someone into your home, your private home, where you sleep every night, your bed that you lay. That is a sacred place. You don't do that.
Yeah.
That is a sacred place. And into my home, and for a woman to come into my home knowing that my house is very feminine, a man can't furnish a house like that. You know, reality. You can tell a man cave from a family cave. Come on.
Yeah.
And there's children present.
You can definitely
what
tell
type
my
of
man
a woman
cave.
does that?
Yeah. Wow.
There's pictures of me all around my house because even as a fat woman, I've always loved myself. So for another woman to come into my home and be comfortable while I'm in the hospital, I don't think so. That is not cool. That says a lot about women.
Did you ever get to meet her?
No, but I almost met up on her. I was released from the hospital, and I didn't tell him I was on my way home. And he made it look like he was coming back with McDonald's and had my children with him. And my kids was like, no, Mommy, he took us to McDonald's, but he took Samantha home. I was like, what? But he came back like a good daddy with McDonald's. Coming back like he's being a good dad. Samantha got taken home. But he felt my soul on the way. He felt my presence coming on the freeway. Yes, he did. And it wouldn't have been good. So God is also good to me.
God, like that was on. That was God looking out for you.
I'm telling you, God is a good God because I could have not been here.
Yeah.
He came in like a good dad. I just came in from taking the kids to McDonald's. Really? My daughter was like, Mom, we just came back from taking Samantha home. And then Daddy took us to McDonald's to get the food. So I missed them by like a little bit.
Lord, I don't even want to begin to think what would have happened if you guys met her.
I am a Leo, and I don't like to. I just feel like if you come into my home, you're sleeping in my bed where I lay at night. Wow, I could not lay in the bed of another woman.
That's scandalous, right? Yeah.
I have made beautiful music about my life, and I will put it out there to the world because it's things that women go through. Women go through this. I'm not ashamed of this. Some men go through it too. If you pick the wrong partner, they go bring in the devil.
Right.
And the devil will lay on your side of the bed. 2 serpents laying together while you're at work or while you're in the hospital. Love don't do that. I will never in life. I'd rather be an old lady, grow old by myself and rock in my chair with my dog and my kids than ever tolerate a snake in my life again.
Oh, my. Oh, goodness. How are you doing trying to recover through all of this? Because this is still kind of new. You said
It is very fresh. I've never been alone before. I've never been without what you call a man. I've never been. This is my first time. But I'm learning myself all over again. This person kind of took a part of me away. With my sickness, he took something away too. He tried to murder my self-esteem. And that is when a person have your mind, they have your control.
Yeah.
You cannot allow your mind to be governed by another person's thoughts, feelings, or opinions of you.
Right.
You have to keep control of yourself. So I'm learning me. I'm Renaissance. I'm brand new. This is my rebirth. This is my everything. And I have to have meaning and purpose to be here. So if I can help somebody, I will do so.
That is excellent. So you said you're learning about yourself. Let's unpack that a little bit. You're learning about yourself. So that means that there were some things that you did not know that came out of this experience. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about that. What are some of the things that you saw that you had to change about you, or that you had to, take a whole different look? Tell our audience, let's teach somebody out there from your experience.
Well, sometimes in life, like, I didn't expect to get sick. Sick is not what I expected. I expected to bounce back, get into my music, and do my thing. Life did not go that way. Life allowed certain things to happen so serpents can remove their self from me, because other than that, I would not have been where I need to be right now. God has taken me to a different level. I did not forcefully use all the abilities and the skills and the God-given talents that I had, because I allowed other people's happiness to come before even my own. And that is not a safe thing to do, because you can lose touch with yourself when that happens.
Yeah.
And I lost touch of myself.
So you had to learn to put some brakes and some barriers on how much you did for others?
It's like, okay, I know how I want to be treated, so I try to treat people that way, but you cannot do that with everyone, because you just cannot. You have to monitor what you do. You can't be too loose. You can't be too easy. Everything has to have structure and discipline. I have learned a lot about myself, because trying to make other people happy, I stopped doing what Saturn loved to do, what Saturn is good at. And that can happen because I start putting, if you watch football, I am the chick that will sit down and watch it with you. I might not understand, but I'll help you keep score.
All right. And there's nothing wrong with that.
But everybody won't sit down with you and do what you like. So then you lose touch of what you like to do, because you're too busy doing what they like to do. You forget about you, and you cannot allow that, because it can happen. Because you love the person. So you're trying to be who and what they want to be, but they're not willing to be what you would like. You cannot raise, somebody's son twice. If the mom or dad didn't do a good job, it just won't be done. The man has to be there naturally.
It sounds like what you're saying is that you can love somebody, but you can't give or sell your soul out because of that love. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, preach. That's it. That's it.
That is so good, because a lot of people, they lose themselves when it comes down to having another relationship. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go in there with this attitude of, I'm not going to give in, I'm not going to compromise or anything. But a good couple understands that they have to have a sharing relationship and a relationship where they enhance each other's lives, not control each other's lives, enhance each other's lives. Would you agree with that?
I fully agree with that. True love is sacrificial. True love is caring and sharing. And if I try to be a good example to my partner, because I am teaching. I am a leader to my daughter, so I try to be a certain type of a woman. It's the same thing. You try to be the person you want. I want a good person, so I try to be a good woman. But it's a very strange thing that good people get hurt the most, because they love very, very much. And, it's hard, because you can change from these people just not even seeing that, hey, if I'm good to you, be good to me. What's so hard about that? Love
Well, you know what I think it is? I think that some of that has to do with our expectations of the other person, because truthfully speaking, we can't always give what another person is able to give us. And so it's like we have to understand, here are my limitations and here are your limitations. Now, before we enter into a relationship, am I willing to really take on the fact that, you know what, I may be a person who likes the windows open and likes the breeze blowing, and you're the kind of person that says, well, I like to shut the windows and I want to turn the heat up, you know. And so it's okay for opposites to come together if you agree to it. If you say to yourself, I'm willing. It's like the show Baggage. You ever seen that show Baggage?
No, I haven't watched it.
Okay. So it's a show that comes on late at night. And so it's probably only for those kind of people like me who can't sleep at night, but that's another show, okay? But you know, on Baggage, what they do is they reveal 3 different bags, and each one of these bags has your junk in it. So one person may say, all right, bag number 1, I have long, stinky toenails. That may be bag number 1. Bag number 2 might say, you know what, I've had multiple affairs and I'm not ready to settle down. And bag number 3 might say, I'm a total vegetarian and I fix all my own food. So the other person has the responsibility of saying, am I willing to accept your baggage? And I think what happens to us sometimes is we don't take the time out to really try to discover the other person's baggage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or it's like taking on something you really can't take on. Don't say it because some people are opportunists. They'll deal with you until their season is over. Their season, whether it's the season to use you, they will deal with you. And see, that's not cool.
That's
it's not cool.
Yeah.
Dedication is everything.
People,
don't commit to,
Yeah. I have myself, Christina's the same way. We have very, very busy schedules, very, very busy schedules. And, we can't always return a call when we want to, or we don't have time to get on the phone. I don't have, like, this hour that we're spending on the radio, I don't spend an hour talking to my own wife. It's just busy.
Wow.
But if a person comes into my life, like my wife, as she comes into my life, she'll say, okay, babe, I need to talk with you. When are you going to be available? Because she understands my life. And sometimes, I have to say to her, you know what, I will make this time or make that time, or I don't have this time or don't have that time. And I think that, like you say, we want relationships where what I put out is what I want to receive. So you got to be with a person who has the ability to give you what you're giving somebody else. Or either you have to take what it is that they have to offer. You may be you may be an excellent cook. You may be a wonderful cook. But if you with me, you're not going to get good cooking back.
Well, it's just the balance of life, too. I was with a person that was very mean. I would give to people on the street. They're asking for food. And this man would go off on me for spending my own money on the homeless people who want food. Like, are you serious? And that's not cool. It's my money. I mean, it's not even like I was like, babe, can you give me the money so that I can buy them a meal? No, it's my, and I would say, don't watch my money. And that would be an argument. That's not cool. That is control to the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all the way to the 10th power. And that's not cool. Yeah. If you are a nice person, you cannot be with a mean person. It will not work. No, you can't think, kindness will teach them. Look, I have tried to show this man kindness make you receive blessings from God. Okay, that's what kindness does. It won't be the same homeless man giving me back a meal, but I'm telling you, God will provide for my kids because that's what he does.
And trying to explain that to a mean person doesn't work.
It's impossible. That's why you have to be with compatible people who share the same values that you share. They don't have to be exactly like you, but like you said, if you marry a stingy person and you're a giving person,
it's going to be fire in the house.
That's fire, blazing fire.
If they're cheap, they're mean and cheap, and they're watching your that money could have been used on us and the kids. I'm like, oh my goodness, but God gave me this money. You forget where the source of your providing comes from, God.
Yes.
And people like that, they wonder why God don't bless them. They wonder. They will always wonder because they're mean.
My gosh, you're so right. You're so right. Boy, this is great. Well, now, Saturn, let's talk about your success. Now, you've moved to Arizona. Let's let these people know a little bit about you after. You said you're rebuilding. You said you're getting ready to just renaissance. Why don't you talk to us about Renaissance? Talk to us about that.
Well, like I said, I was 280 pounds. And I was a happy, bubbly, always dressed up, always took care of myself. I think I represented for big women very well. However, I'm into music. I was having health issues. They said that they told me that it would be good, recommendation if I did the gastric bypass or one of the weight loss procedures. I chose gastric bypass.
Okay.
And it changed me in a way where physically I have been very, very, very sick. And I have an ulcer. I also have a tumor. And I am monitoring myself. I'm seeing doctors a lot. However, this is my rebirth. See, I went through this. This is my life testimony. If I can help one person, then I helped a whole family. Because what happens to that woman affects the family. If your mother is beaten or you're saying verbal words to this woman and the children are here, I was a child too. I saw things growing up too. However, when my mother knew better, she done better, and I am very proud of my mother. She runs a nonprofit, Miss America Bleed. She's helped many people, and she is a wonderful woman. She has never made her past control her future. Yeah. I come from a strong family background, and I want to live to represent what that is to me, strong. And Renaissance is my rebirth. I am brand new inside out.
That is good.
Amen.
Now,
amen. Yes.
You doing any kind of speaking, or are you? Do you have any materials, books, music? You have anything like that?
I'm working on songs. I wrote a lot of songs, and with my move, I should be officially moved by tomorrow. In Jesus' name, I claim it by tomorrow. But I'm back and forth, and I'm getting stuff done. But once I am settled here, my music must go into the studio without or with an ulcer. It doesn't matter. I will push through. Like I told my mom, if I drop, I will die standing up and trying. I am 41 years old. I refuse for an ulcer to take my life, but I cannot wait for it to bleed me. I have to make my music. That is going to be how my children, I never want them to experience being in a relationship just because of maybe when I was young, it was about bills being paid. You feel like you can't make it on your own because it's kind of living with your roommate, but he's beating you up and having sex with you. I was in a lot of different situations growing up due to money issues. Some people now are together only because he helped to pay the bills. And that's sad because you're not even happy with the person. They treat you verbally bad, or they're either beating on you. And a lot of people pretend that it's not happening, and it is happening because of lack of enough money. These men, some of them, or women, they're unhappy with their self because life isn't going the way they want, and they will mistreat their partner when they get home. But they treat the strangers on the street really good. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm great. Everything's terrific. But get behind closed doors. The person that is there by their side is being abused, verbally or physically.
And that is so true. I mean, that happens to people every day. And some people live with it, and they live to regret it. They live to regret it.
Yeah, I can't have that. Life is too short, but it is beautiful. I can't have that. Gotta learn. Gotta learn.
That is really something. And now, and you say you're from Los Angeles, and you did some things there. Tell us a little bit about your musical endeavors, and what did you do living out of California?
Well, growing up, I was what you call a public access star. I was doing talent shows. I was singing for the Ramada hotels. I was doing a lot of competitions. I performed on stage with a lot of great people. Immature, the group. I've MC Smooth. I perform on some of the stage with some of the greats, However, now I kind of died off when my stepdad died. I died off as a performer, as a singer, as somebody that was doing competitions in South Central. And my little sister picked it up. And actually, she inspired me to want to do music, but I've always known that I was supposed to be in the industry, but I became a mother and life took a hold of me. And sometimes when life takes a hold of you, you will change the things you love and go to something else.
Oh, yeah.
My stepdad died, and that's when my life changed because he was my provider for those shows. And if you don't have the clothes, how are you going to go on stage? It's a lot of pressure in the industry, and my life changed. However, now I have a second chance. I have a brand new body. It might not be perfect, but it's still alive. And I am going to use it. I am going to have the world. The world can judge. That's what they do naturally. But God is my everything. And I'll keep my focus on that. But I want to be something for the world to see and hear and realize. I have an altar. If I die, I will die standing up and I will die trying. I will not die laying down saying, oh, my stomach is burning. I'm in pain. I'm hurting. I refuse. I have 2 daughters that I do not want to ever experience the things that I experienced living in South Central Los Angeles because I could have been dead a long time ago. So I want my children protected. Right. I want my daughters protected. And it's sad, but poor people, in America, we almost have no space here. We almost have no voice here, being poor. That's sad, but it's true. We are based of the value of money. That's what makes us matter in America, and that's sad because that's really not your value. But in life, I just want to make it for my kids. I have daughters.
Well, America is so superficial in how they, how they either value people, how they grade people. So superficial. You have to look a certain way, drive a certain car, have a certain amount of money, have a certain kind of house, all of that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, they allow the stuff to make them instead of them making the stuff. It's so sad.
Right.
It is so sad. Wow.
However, I see the way the world is changing.
No, I was just going to ask you, career-wise, what do you do for a career? What kind of work do you do?
Well, before I got sick, I was a business owner. I had my own business within a swap meet, and that's what I used to do. I also make hats for cancer patients. I make handmade carpets, and I do baby blankets. I can do all types of characters. So I had a really good business. However, things changed when I got sick, so now I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay, all right. Businesswoman, stay-at-home mom. And I just don't see that you're going to be able to stay at home very long. I can't take
it. I can't take it, but I'm making it work. I'm making it work the best that I can because I'm trying to heal, but at the same time, I'm fighting as well. And I cannot keep laying down. I laid down in pain for 3 years. It's too long.
Now, are you finished with you said you're working on a book? Is that what I understand?
No, I'm working on some songs. I have a lot of songs that's ready just to get into the studio and record.
Oh.
And I've been writing through pain. Pain makes the best music when you go through pain.
That is great. Wow. That is phenomenal. Girl, I'm telling you, with these kinds of stories, it just makes me happy to do the kind of work that we do through Crises Media because people like yourself, these stories need to be told. They need to be told. And as long as we have people that are willing to share that are willing to, put themselves out there, and even disclose the faults, that they have. We had a girl who said, and I take responsibility for the guys I slept with, but I was hurting, and I was trying to find some way to find real love, and at that time they said I didn't know. I did the best I could, and with that kind of honesty, it really helps us to help other people. You know what I'm saying?
She's real. That's the problem. A lot of people don't want that realness, and reality is what's going to wake you up. Hiding things won't make it better. You can't. A true friend will tell you the truth. Keeping it real.
Yeah. That's very, very true. Very true. How
we don't
often
like
do you get
to
the
hear
opportunity?
it, but it's real.
No, say that again.
We don't like to hear it. We get mad when the person comes to us with the truth, but it's important. If they love you, they are telling you out of love, not to hurt you, but you got to keep it real sometimes.
Yeah. Well, like you said, a whole lot of people don't want to hear the real truth.
Exactly, and I think that's what people grasp the most is like realness and genuinity, with others.
Right.
Yeah. That's right. And I think that genuineness that you talk about, that's what they really want to see, and especially we as Christians. We will fake out people in a minute. We will fake them out. We wearing clothes that look like that we got $1 million budgets, and we wearing clothes. And, it's one thing to want to look good. That's not a problem. But sometimes we're trying to look good to hide that we feel bad.
Yes.
It's like I don't want anybody to know that I'm suffering, which is fine. Okay, that's your business. Nobody else has to know that you're suffering, But, we can't lie. We can't lie. We got to be honest about who we really are.
That's true.
Amazing. Wow. Christina, are you on mute, Christina? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I have music in the background, so I just keep lowering it in my location. They have music on the outside, and yes. But I'm listening. I'm just actually, it's an amazing, amazing show. You're such an incredible woman, very, very inspirational. Yes, so I that motivational speaking, that needs to be worldwide. I kid you not. With song in tow, singing your soul out. Yeah, absolutely. Your children are just a breath of fresh air. They're absolutely adorable.
Thank you.
But yes, thank you so much for being on and sharing tonight. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm proud to be on.
Yeah, we really do appreciate it. And we are going to make sure I have your phone number, and we're going to get in touch with you because it's people like you that we want to expose and let folk know. Here's somebody, not just because she's talented, not just because she lost all of this weight or whatever, but here's somebody who genuinely have gone through hell and high water, but they are survivors. And that's what we do on our show. We celebrate the survivors.
And you're still standing, still smiling, still serving, and we just embrace that, and we embrace you.
Oh, thank you. I'm so honored to be on your show. It was my pleasure and my daughter's pleasure. That's the first talk show. They're so happy. So thank you. Thank you.
And you did a wonderful job.
Thank you. I'm proud of
all of our audience. To all of our audience, thank you so much for tuning in, hearing this story by Miss Saturn and her children. We appreciate them so much, and we're going to have to let her come back and tell our audience about her new book and her new record and her new TV and new movie and all of that stuff. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Saturn, and so to all of our friends out there. As we always say at the end of every one of our programs, agape
always. Yes, God bless.
God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.